we're going to open and install an Epson WF-5110 printer for sublimation printing. It normally comes the printer, a cable, paper and a set of sublimation ink from Subli-art. Let's start with the printer. Do not use the original Epson prints. We do not want this ink in the printer. It is not needed for that. They can be discarded, given to friends, whatever you want to do with that. The printer comes with a power cable, which we'll need later. Please be aware that there are quite a lot of those blue sticky tapes to be taken off. The most important bit is inside the printer has been secured for first transport. There's also a piece of paper here, so this all needs to be taken out. It comes out quite easily, but make sure all the bits are out. Like this. So you should have all these things, you can discard them. Don't
3 parts. Yellow one, blue one, and the white one. And we will use it to put some plain paper to do the test, the nozzle check.
Nozzle check, yeah.
Okay, so the set we'll use for testing.
Right, the next bit is that we actually charge the ink. The important bit, this is a closed ink system, which means that all the pipes have to be filled with the first load of ink which is delivered. Each of the colors come with a second set of chips. Each chip has a capacity of about half the capacity of the ink. The one exception is black, which has a chip for bigger capacity. So the black ink only has one chip set. There will also be a set of installation disc in it. Do not discard that, we will need that later when we install the driver, the standard Epson driver on your PC. So the next step after we unpacked everything, we made sure that all the tapes are taken off, the thing is freed, we have a look, everything is fine. We can then power it up. Now a few comments about the back of the printer. You see on the right hand side is the power connection, on the left hand side network and USB. The printer can be run from all 3 phases, either Wi-Fi, USB or network. It will be functional. Second important thing, this printer has a unit which captures the ink when you do cleaning, and also during the printing process there may be droplets which are then be put into a maintenance tank which is positioned here. The dual printing unit here has a button here on this side and on this side. You click them and it very easily comes out like such. Then this maintenance tank can be taken out and replaced when it's full, which doesn't happen very often, probably after 40 or 50,000 pages. You put it back in. Now a very important part when you put this back in, to actually close it properly so it is in. When it's not in properly, the printer will have a failure and it will not work. So make sure this is set tightly. So it's like this. The first thing is to select the languages. You see a choice, you select the one you like. So once you finish with that, you press the OK button. Date format, again you have a choice. And then you can actually type in the date. So once you finish with that, you press the OK button. We do 24-hour format or 12-hour format. Again, once you've done it, you finish with OK. It's now preparing. It will tell us the moment it's done all the internal checkups. So the next step, you have warning that no ink cartridges are installed. We're going to put the cartridges in. chip up like this. You put it in and you press it until it clicks. Put the yellow one in, you press it until it clicks. Magenta, click. Cyan, click. Now we finished with that. We close the door and now tells us it's going to prepare. Once the ink charging and recharging of the systems has completed, you will see that it asks for paper setup, where we select the paper size and the type, which is quite important and quite easy once it's done. The paper size on this printer, it's A4. You could have smaller sizes, but we'll set it up as A4. You say A4 as a selection, proceed. And the next one, it gives you quite a choice of paper, letterhead, recycled, etc., etc. We go to the first choice, which is plain paper. We say OK. So this was for the cassette here. The next one, it asks for the rear paper feed, which is here. Again, we will select A4 and we will also select plain papers again. Now the next one is Wi-Fi setup. It is possible to send files and to print on this printer on the Wi-Fi. On the Wi-Fi setup, we can have a menu, we can have a setup wizard. It will search for networks. Enter the character by selecting this. You see the characters coming up here. If you press the stop button and it shows up here, you can change it into either numbers, capital letters or small letters. And then once you selected one, you select another one afterwards, again by up and down. You select another character, press OK. Once this is done, we ask to confirm it, which we can do, and it will set up the Wi-Fi. To do a nozzle check, which is recommended after long phases of not using the printer or just at the beginning.
We just put some plain paper in the cassette. Close it. You can open this part.
You go to menu with OK. You then use the arrow key to go maintenance. OK. Printhead nozzle check. OK. And you can select yes or no. You say yes. And it will start printing a nozzle check. The nozzle check itself shows you, because it's a head with 8 channels, 8 different charts. You have black in the middle, magenta, chart 1 and chart 2, cyan and yellow. What you're looking for is that all the lines are straight and complete, there are no gaps or anything. If there is a gap, you do a nozzle clean, and once it's clean, it is ready to print. To do the cleaning, it gives you even the choice before you go out. You clean the printhead to correct. Clean the printhead, yes. While procedures like cleaning of printhead or other setups are done, it is important not to either open the front cover or to do anything else on the printer. Just leave it in peace to do its own business. So once we've done the head cleaning, we're gonna do another nozzle check with the procedure. And it looks perfect. The special sublimation paper comes in its package. Please do not discard this. The back of the paper has a print. The printable side is the other side. This paper we recommend very strongly to put about 25 sheets or about with the printable side to the front into the back. You normally put it like this. You move this so it's actually nicely in its settings, and you leave it, you're ready to print. When you finish printing for the day, we recommend to take it out and put it back into its envelope or into a plastic bag, because sublimation paper tends to be hygrophilic, so it attracts moisture and then it behaves differently. So we recommend to, when you finish, always pack it into a plastic bag. We're going to show how to install the driver for the WF-5110. We recommend to use the disc which comes with it. If you don't have a disc drive, which a lot of people don't, you don't have an external disc drive like we do, we recommend you can go to the Epson website and download the driver from there. It is, however, easier to use the disc, and then later when it says can we update, you say yes and it updates on the website. So when we install the printer, we normally recommend to use USB, because that is the safest and easiest way to install. You can also do it on the network, but there are more things which can go wrong on that, so we install the printer via USB. It doesn't have to be connected yet. It will ask us at some stage to plug the printer in. First time installation, it will tell us all the things we have done before, and it starts installing the driver. Now we're going to do USB connection. And we see when it's connected, Epson WF-5110, USB 1. What we see on this first test page, first of all, the colors are nice, and it gives you some alternatives, but the important bit is that we finished setting up our printer. Next choice is additional software if we wanted to, but first of all let's check the application software is up to date. Software is up to date, and we're done. The next step is you will have received from us or downloaded the color profile with Subli-art. You install this profile by right-clicking and press Install Profile. So the next step is we go to Devices and Printers, and there we see our 5110, and we go to the Printing Preferences, and here we're going to set up the paper source will always be the rear paper feed, and if you don't want to be reminded of that, that's what we normally use. And the size of course is A4, and it's always portrait, and it is plain paper. The quality, we go to more settings, maximum quality as a setting.
Next we go to more option, and we go to color correction. We choose the custom, we go to advanced, and here we choose last option, no color adjustment. I click high speed, I clicked the mirror image, and last thing to do is click here and save everything. We save it to Sublimation.